Change is never easy, but always possible. Our destiny is not written for us, but by us. We did not come to fear the future. We came here to shape it. Greatness is never free. It must be earned. Every life must be given the chance to realize its full potential, that every life matters. We are not entitled to success. We have to earn it. I make no apologies for being reasonable. Don't just get involved. Fight for your seat at the table. Better yet, fight for a seat at the head of the table. When ignorant folks want to advertise their ignorance, you don't really have to do anything. You just let them talk. We are reminded that, in the fleeting time we have on this earth, what matters is not wealth, or status, or power, or fame, but rather how well we have loved, and what small part we have played in making the lives of other people better. If you're walking down the right path, and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world. You can't always come up with the optimal solution, but you can usually come up with a better solution. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. I do that every day. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows you have the courage to admit when you don't know something and to learn something new. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Life takes its own turns, makes its own demands, writes its own story, and along the way we start to realize we are not the author. The thing I know for sure is that at the end of my life, what I'm going to remember is the love I felt for my family and my friends, and whatever good I did for other people. Every single one of you has something you're good at. Every single one of you has something to offer, and you have a responsibility to yourself to discover what that is. That's the opportunity an education can provide. Just because we have the best hammer does not mean that every problem is a nail. Transparency and the rule of law will be the touchstones of this presidency. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope. You will fill yourself with hope. The best education I received was working with people in the community on a grassroots basis, because what it taught me was that ordinary people, when they are working together, can do extraordinary things. Sticking your head in the sand might make you feel safer, but it's not going to protect you from the coming storm. When times get tough, we don't give up. We get up. Each of us deserves the freedom to pursue our own version of happiness. No one deserves to be bullied. While the future is unknowable, the winds always blow in the direction of human progress. Hope is not blind optimism. It's not ignoring the enormity of the task ahead or the roadblocks that stand in our path. It's not sitting on the sidelines or shirking from a fight. Hope is that thing inside us that insists, despite all evidence to the contrary, that something better awaits us if we have the courage to reach for it, and to work for it, and to fight for it. Hope is the belief that destiny will not be written for us, but by us, by the men and women who are not content to settle for the world as it is, who have the courage to remake the world as it should be. If somebody is different from you, that's not something you criticize, that's something that you appreciate. If you've got a business, you didn't build that. Don't just buy a new video game, make one. Don't just download the latest app, help design it. Don't just play on your phone, program it. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. What is important is that we make sure to work together, that we understand our strength comes from unity and not division. Reading is important. If you know how to read, then the whole world opens up to you. When our interests and values are at stake, we have a responsibility to act. Nothing can stand in the way of the power of millions of voices calling for change. If you're a strong man, you should not feel threatened by strong women. Fear, uncertainty, and discomfort are your compasses toward growth. If you run, you stand a chance of losing, but if you don't run, you've already lost. Fighting for what you think is right is always worth it. Don't ever let anybody tell you that your efforts don't matter or that your voice doesn't count. Don't ever believe that you can't make a difference. You have. Love and hope can conquer hate. The opportunity will not remain open indefinitely. No matter how much you've done or how successful you've been, there's always more to do, always more to learn, and always more to achieve. The most important advice I give to young people is just learn how to get stuff done. Worry more about what you want to do than what you want to be. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.